Welcome to the Beast Coast FGC. Charles and Cosmos here. We're going to be talking about this new era of Smash Bros. Ultimate. Leo not getting into top two for like 2 to 3 tournaments in a row. He kind of like G4 Invitational kind of counts, but kind of doesn't because he went corn, right? But yeah, let's get right into it.
Yeah, so I'm honestly the one thing I want to talk about first is how um Leo's character picks have been, because obviously a lot of people are talking about how like if he was still playing Joker he would probably be winning everything, but I still don't really know exactly, because I just feel like in general a lot of people are just getting a lot better really fast. Like I feel like the meta is progressing at pretty much light speed right now, and I feel like even if Leo was playing Joker, there might still be hiccups in his results because of how fast the meta is progressing. I feel like if he was playing Joker, the counterplay for Joker would be going even faster, and like he would still be struggling a little bit. So I feel like even though he's playing Violet, who is worse than Joker, I feel like the fact that like this game is so balanced to the point where like you can play pretty much any character, it doesn't really matter that he's playing Joker. It's not like the hugest deal that he's playing Joker or he's not playing Joker, because even if he was playing Joker, he would probably still being like there would still be a pretty good chance that he would lose to Tweek and Spargo, especially because Tweek is playing Diddy Kong, and Diddy Kong has a generally good matchup against Joker to my knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, that was when Tweek picked up Diddy Kong. That was one of the pluses of picking up Diddy Kong. It's like, all right, I'm gonna have an answer to Leo's Joker, like, and that was when Tweek was juggling multiple characters. Obviously, now he's just a solo Diddy main, but yeah.
You're not playing Sephiroth anymore?
Nah, I mean, he right now he just doesn't have too much faith in Sephiroth. So,
what about Wolf?
I mean, he wants to do solo Diddy. That's what he wants.
Okay.
It's like,
right.
So currently, like, he went Collision and he went into that tournament like, no matter what, I'm going solo Diddy. Main stage, he went into that tournament no matter what, solo Diddy, right? So I mean, I think we saw the Wolf come out in Summit. So it just depends on which tournament. He's just trying out different strategies. But
yeah, he did go Sephiroth that Summit too.
He tried, but I mean,
he tried. D3 stock Chad game one. It was looking kind of nice. I was like, yo, this might be it.
Game. After a game, Sephiroth kind of gets solved, and it's kind of just like, oh well, let me just body you, like.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting era. 30. So before Summit, 37 tournaments. Leo got top 2, and
damn.
And 30 of them he won. So only 7 tournaments.
Damn.
7 out of 37 he got second.
That's
so this is a big
so
deal.
Crazy.
A lot of people are being like, oh, Leo's not the best anymore. That's ultra cap. Like, Leo is clearly the best player in the world by a long shot. When you have like a 3,
maybe not by a long shot.
Not maybe. So like that's why it's interesting now, right? So before it was by a long shot. Now it's it's like you like take away that title from someone. I think it's very unfair to take away that title from someone when they've been the best player in the world for 3 years by, a very significant margin, and then he just drops 3 tournaments. And he's like, and not even by like, it's not even like he got shit on. He got 4th and then he got 3rd. Right? So it's like, I forget exactly what he got at the G4 Invitational. I like kind of count that, but kind of not because he went corn, right? But at least Ultimate Summit 4, he got 4th, and then at Collision he got 3rd. So, and like everything's really close in terms of like even the game counts and the set counts between the top of the crop, like the top 3 right now. So I think it's really exciting. And then even like Proto doing really well, getting 3rd, getting 3rd at and then Light getting 2nd, right? So we have it's so hard to say if there's a clear cut like top 3, right? Like I feel like the easy thing to say is just you look at Collision top 3, but Proto was able to get top 3 at Summit. So some of the top Japan talent, right, can come out really.
Proto actually that tournament beating Tweek and Leo too, right?
Exactly.
He beat both of them.
Yes, exactly. So it's like, and there's players that beat Proto in Japan, right? So it's like I feel like before it was in the beginning of Ultimate, it felt like Leo Tweek, and then there was gaps, right? And then even beginning of Quarantine, Leo Spargo, it felt like they were top 2, and then there was like somewhat of a gap, right? But now it feels like there's way less gaps between like in the top 10, right? And the top 10 can be very interchangeable in a bracket. Obviously, in the recent tournaments, Spargo he got back-to-back first places, right? For the last 3 big tournaments, but by no means does it feel like he's like dominating everyone to the point where it was like how Leo was dominating some tournaments. Like there were some tournaments like Leo gets in the winter finals, 3-0 clap, grands, 3-0 clap, like all right, next, right? And we'll see if Spargo can get to that point. I'm not saying Spargo can't get to that point. Obviously, very talented player. Still very young, has a lot to learn. So very impressive in that state. But I just think right now, as a spectator, Ultimate's really exciting because you don't know who's going to win. Trying to predict who's going to win Genesis, that's a very hard thing to predict, right? And even like recently, like you did really well at Smash World Tour, you were able to beat Spargo, take Leo to Game 5, right? I feel like there's just so many different players that can win the tournament or like take the top 10 into losers bracket or take them out of the tournament. So there's a lot of excitement and a lot of meta development and a huge amount of character diversity. Like we like see Aegis, but it's not like a huge amount of them, right? And it's like we're seeing like Cloud, Fox gets second, like Diddy Kong second, like it's
I think we're like from like now on, we're probably gonna see a lot of more Cloud from Spargo instead of Aegis, specifically because when during Collision he was playing Leon, I believe, the Bowser, and he went Aegis first. Leon went up 2-1, and that match is really, really bad for Bowser. I would probably advocate for it being one of Bowser's worst matches, but he still took Spargo, who is one of the best power mythics, to tournament point or his winners bracket point.
Right.
And Spargo just went Cloud, and then basically just like it wasn't like essentially he just backed it the entire time, and Cloud or Bowser couldn't do anything, and then after, because that was like the first round of top 32, and then ever since that set, he went Cloud the rest of the bracket. He went Cloud against Riddle, Cloud against Leo, Cloud against Tweek, both sets. Even when he got 3-0'd from Tweek in the first set of grands, he still stuck to Cloud, because that set looked decently bad too. Like it was pretty dominant in Tweek's favor. There might have been like one or two close games, but like it looked like Tweek was winning that. Like it looked like Tweek was about to win the entire tournament, but Spargo stayed Cloud, and just like something just clicked in his brain to where like he just understood and just 3-0 Tweek back. So I feel like just the fact that Cloud is definitely Spargo's favorite character. He has a lot of fun playing Cloud. I do feel like he has a lot of experience with Cloud, especially because he played Cloud in Smash 4. He played Cloud before quarantine happened in Smash Ultimate 2, so he's been playing Cloud for like maybe 5 years, for all I know, maybe even longer. So the fact that like he's been doing all that, I would not be surprised if like at some tournament he just decided to be like Tweek and said, you know what, at Genesis I'm going all Cloud no matter what, because he's been getting results with Cloud. He has a very fun time playing Cloud. This era of Ultimate is like you can pretty much, as long as like the character is pretty solid, you can win a tournament if you're just very good at the game with any character you want, as long as they're like pretty good. They have good tools, as long as they're not low tier. Honestly, even if it's a low tier, like you're gonna give people a run for their money.
Right.
That's pretty much the era of Ultimate we're in. So I just think it's a very big testament to like the skill of the top three, quote unquote top three, in Leo, Spargo, and Tweek. Just a testament of like how healthy Ultimate is as a game, being the fact that they're playing three very different kinds of characters that people probably wouldn't even consider top tier.
And I really do believe in Leo's ability to bounce back. You know what I mean? Now, a lot of people, they got into Ultimate and they saw like Leo just on the top. You know, if you competed or watched Smash 4 since the beginning, you kind of saw the rise of Leo. And Leo didn't start off right at the top. You know, he started at the bottom like everyone else. He had his come up phase and all that stuff. So, when Leo is faced with these challenges, he can definitely overcome them. And I have faith in Leo. We'll see what the character pool looks like. I think a lot of people, again, just touching back up on the Joker thing, I think even if Leo has been going Joker, that doesn't mean he just automatically wins. Remember, Leo feels the most comfortable on sword characters, so like that's a huge testament. Like obviously he's good enough of a player to play Joker as well, but like Leo's Joker wasn't like super duper technical, not doing footstool guns or anything like that, right? So
He was beating people in neutral.
He was still sick. His Joker's still sick, and it's really swaggy. I think that's just the character in general,
Yep.
and like just the way Leo's just so good of a player that he can still do all the movements, still do all the swag stuff, right? All the cool combos, right? Like Leo's gonna be able to do that for sure, and maybe we do see the return of Joker. I mean, he said he probably is going to go Joker for Min Min. I think Min Min is a really troublesome character, like that particular character. And I feel like even just for top players in general, that's what the meta's kind of evolving to. It's like, what characters give you an issue with your current character pool, right? And then from there, you counterpick or you figure out strategies with like your main, or you try to pick up a pocket, right? That's what it feels like the meta for Ultimate is going. And maybe a year or two down the road, these top tiers will get fleshed out to the point where if you're not playing them, like the gap's big enough, we have no more patches. I think things like Joker Footstool Gun are really broken, and I think if very like pushed far enough, like could get to the point where it's like, okay, well, if you're not playing Joker, like, or a character that does well against Joker, because the thing about this game is the top tiers aren't volatile enough for the meta to revolve around them. That's why I think you can kind of get away with playing all these other characters, right? But if these top tiers get pushed far enough, then it's like, oh snap, like you lose the Joker, well, yeah, like it depends, right?
Yeah.
And I think things that could push the meta to that point are things like Footstool Gun, or like even, I don't think Ness is this good, but like Ness is a set knockback tool like Magnet, right? Any move that doesn't put you in a tumble and like can loop into itself via like through footstools or anything like that. So like there's Magnet, there's guns, right, that can combo into like pseudo infinites, stuff like that. I think that's when the game gets really crazy, and like if your punish game isn't to like this point, then you're just gonna get jammed. But right now the player base, our punish game's not that good yet. Right now it's based more on like just like fundamentals and advantage state, but we'll see if the game gets pushed to the point where it's like, oh, you don't infinite people, like you're done, right? So but we'll see. I mean, even Smash 4 should have gotten to that point, right? We had a bunch of like footstool setups. There was definitely like crazy infinites you could do in that game, and just Bayonetta in general, right? But it never got pushed to that point. Now, there was a clear gap. Like in Smash 4, if you weren't playing a top tier, you were going to get jammed really hard. Like if you lost to Bayo or Cloud. So I don't think Ultimate has not gotten to that point, but maybe it will. Maybe we'll discover or push these certain top tiers to the point where it's like, well, if your character don't beat this top tier, you're pretty much fucked.
Yeah, and like even if it does get to that point, I feel like at that point there's still gonna be like, if your character gets like fucked by this entire pool of top tiers, because there's gonna be a lot of characters that are really good that you'll have to like fight against. And like whereas like Smash 4 was like, all right, if you lose to Bayo Cloud really bad, you're done. So you should probably at least have a Pocket Cloud or something. But in this game, I feel like if you lose to Joker, Aegis, Palutena, Wolf, like Fox, all of these really like meta characters, like it's gonna be stressful for you. But that still like is a testament to like how even like down the line the meta of the game is probably still gonna be very healthy, because there's gonna be a lot of top tiers that are very good like in the game.
So I'm super excited for Genesis. I think Genesis is gonna be a really like crazy tournament. No one going into the tournament, so many players have so much things to prove, and it's gonna be highly competitive. I don't even know who's going to be in top 8, like honestly, especially if a lot of the Japan talent comes out. It's like, it's going to be one of those tournaments where usually tournaments is like, yo, if I get top 3, I'm godlike, or top 4, or if I win, I'm like fucking insane at this game. But Genesis, very prestigious tournament, very prestigious tournament. So if you just get top 8 at that tournament, you're fucking gone.
If you get top 16, bro, you're gone. You got it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be one of those tournaments, and those kind of tournaments are going to be wild. Like all the top 8 qualifiers are going to be bangers, right? It's going to be like so much things players are playing for, right? So I'm going to be super excited for Genesis coming up.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very, very fun tournament, and even to like compete in it, like as a competitor, the meta or like the like situation this game is in is very, very exciting, because like you always want to play like very good players, and to see like a lot of more players like rising to the top makes you want to rise to the top even more, which makes me very excited to compete in Genesis as well. So I'm very, very excited.
All right, sick. Well, that's going to be it for the video. Let us know who you think is going to win Genesis or get top 8 at Genesis. Who do you think are the new players that are up and coming that, could steal the show, or, just really, like, do you think Spargo's going to win again? Do you think Leo's going to reclaim? Do you think Tweek might finally get top 8? Fun fact, Tweek has never gotten top 8 at Ultimate
Genesis.
That's right. Yeah, that's like
his
9
first tournament. Time, right?
Yeah. But yeah, that's going to be it for myself and Cosmos. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, peace out until next time.
Yeah, I'm gonna win Genesis.
Oh, hey, there. That's his prediction.